especially Nettleton, it was, I don't think they anticipated this
Right,
much.
right. Yeah, there's no fault on anybody.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, me as a single man here, I don't have children, so I don't have to worry about that, but I still have to worry about all the traffic on the road.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey, do yourself a favor, leave a little bit earlier, or sometimes if you can afford it, leave a little bit later just to bypass the traffic. But
the thing with that is that everyone, at least 1,000 other people are thinking the same thing. So you're still going to get it.
Keep this in mind when you're out there on the roads. We talked about this the other week. No texting and driving, because there are children's lives on the road. There's more traffic on the road. But then also, when you see those school buses stopped, they have lights. They say stop. That is a law. Please show respect to the school buses and the students and the children and just anybody in the right of way. I mean, be careful. Be vigilant.
I don't have any children in school, but I do have grandchildren, and occasionally I have to do pickups and they go to Jonesboro High. So, and I'm not that far away from Jonesboro High, but I do, if I have to take them, I take the time, and you usually leave early. I don't really know when. They'll just call me and say, we need to be picked up, or we need you to take to school today. So, and I'm not in a rush because I'm retired and I can take my time going and coming, and I just kind of sail on through it when I do it.
And today is move-in day for ASU, so also there'll be a lot more traffic around the college than normal because we're back in the full swing. Probably a lot of shopping going on, all the malls and Walmart and everything like that. Be a lot of people out, but again, just be vigilant and be on the lookout and respectful for the increased traffic, the increased amount of people walking.
And riding the bicycles. I seen something this morning. I'm going to ride mine this afternoon.
Exactly.
Hopefully, but
Okay.
they're riders.
But have to say welcome back to all the students. And
yeah.
also give a shout out to all your teachers and your friends out there that are actually educating your children.
Right.
They do deserve some respect and a little bit of encouragement as well, because it might be tough on the kids and the parents, but it's tough on those teachers too.
It's probably
a lot of respect.
A lot of respect. My grandmother was a teacher, and I come from a family of educators, and I know 6 children. It's pushing me. Can you just imagine a whole room full of 30 kids, especially kindergarten, preschool age?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
my
teachers have
God.
to deal with more than just teaching.
Right.
They are social workers, nurses, counselors. They have to deal with a myriad of things simply beyond educating. Especially living here and living in the Delta region, it's just so many factors that they have to consider and to do more so than teaching. So just the biggest salute to every educator. I'm particularly appreciative because after this summer I'm sure they were ready. I was ready for the kiddos to rock and roll back to school.
I had been reading in the papers about the supplies that the teachers have to, they had the buses at Walmart to help with the supplies for the students that didn't have them.
Yeah, with Stuff the Bus.
Yes, Stuff the Bus, and I did contribute, and it's a good thing. But I can remember when I went to school, and I don't know, I guess it's always been that way where teachers had, they didn't have to, but they always did extra stuff because my teachers were very creative, and they did, as far as even food, they would provide that for students, and they always had extra pencils, paper, all kind of stuff. So and this came from mostly their pockets because it was no Stuff the Bus when I went to school.
Yeah.
But
I don't even want to talk about school supplies.
These teachers did just what these teachers are doing now, and how they did it, I'll never know.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of our teachers are some of the lower paid on the spectrum, and they take a lot out of their pocket, and and they fund a lot personally to help out these children because they do build that personal, loving relationship with their students. Well, all the good teachers do out there, and so you gotta just remember that they are doing more than just educating. They actually have those emotions they're putting out there, and they're helping those kids out of their own pocket a lot of times.
But on the other side to that, though, we supply as parents a a lot because
Right?
yes, you see coffee filters now on. You see coffee filters now on the list, and expo markers, and cotton balls, and cotton balls I can see craft, but yeah, gallon size bags and things like that, and it's just like we're you can tell where we're supplementing, I should say.
Oh yeah,
a lot of it.
And when I was
pens, we're supplementing.
When I went to school, we did too. Our parents, would do the same things. We didn't have a list like they do now, posted at Walmart or whatever. But you would come home and say, "I need this, this, and this," and they would get like construction paper. They didn't just get me a little pack; they got a big pack where I could share with other kids and stuff. So
Yeah.
Right.
they always did that too. They were kind of like behind the scenes.
But then
But
the
they
school
did it.
also has stuff. I go down to the office and buy a pencil. Go down to the office buy paper, stuff like that. But it's just now. I mean, nobody wants to do it. They want to put it back out into the public to do it. Now, I really don't. Like you said, I raised 4 kids. Wow, 4 kids, and I didn't have to go to pack the, to all this here stuff. I was the sponsor of one to doing it at our church, to getting it together at our church, but so many times, to me, just me, it's our opinion on the matter. I'm against it.
You're against what exactly?
But the people contributing to the schools and like stuff, the
Contributing
bus
to
and all
the
that.
bus, and then the church is giving them out, and this person giving them. People go from place to place to place to place, and I know a girl went way down to West Memphis. They were giving it out in West Memphis. Then she gonna come back. I don't like their backpack. Could you buy me a backpack? No, you got a backpack. You shouldn't have went there.
Well, see, those are the people that's abusing the
That's
system.
what I'm saying. It's too many,
Because you have
too many
people
abuse.
that you got
Why don't you
kids.
just give it to the school instead of giving it to?
Well, that's what
individual.
Sup the
They
Bus
do.
is.
The
They
bus
do
is-
They
give
up the
it.
bus, give it to the school.
And on the other side, my church, and I'm the youth leader at my church, and we had a back to school event, and we are aware that some parents, I should say, event hop, and then gather all these materials. But then I also realized which battle do you want to pick, with the parents, or you want to make sure that the students are going to get what they need.
I would
And
say give it to the school and let the school, do the right
Well,
thing
I'm
with
sure
it.
that,
'cause-
like you say, you got these people that hop from place to place. Our church had an event, and I live right across the street from the church. It wasn't supposed to start till 10 o'clock. It was people out there at 7:30.
Cause they finna go somewhere else.
Well, and they decided probably, and they decided that, but they had plenty, and they had diapers. They was giving out diapers too, and they said they just went in 10 minutes everything was gone almost, except they didn't even say for the hot dogs and hamburgers that they had. Maybe they was going somewhere else. I don't know.
They were like locusts.
We're just
In and
glad
out.
that we was able to give it.
That's
And
why I say
what
you
they
have
do
to
with
figure
it-
out the battle,
Yeah.
which and it's like people are going to come, but then I realize if they act in that manner, then to me that desperation or that inconsideration, however you want to do it, that just kind of speaks volumes then
Right.
to what they're going through, and they feel like we need to go to 10 events so I can compensate, because our one child alone, literally, it cost me $96. That was for one child. You all
Yeah.
know I have 4.
So my oldest daughter, her name is Sydney, in her 2nd grade class, it was over $120.
Yeah.
And then the teacher asked for an additional $10, and then said,
folders and pencils.
additional $10 for supplies, and then said, hey, I know you bought more than what your child will use, but please do not write on your child's school supplies list.
Yes, because they put them all into a pot. So really, it's like the hospital now. You're
Yeah.
paying for people who don't
Right.
contribute, and that's why I said I think, and with that amount, it's $96 to $120. One school event is not going to cover. So they will probably hop, but again, I just
That's their
to be able to
conscience.
give to the need. I was about to say, and then
That's their
too.
conscience.
If it takes 10 events for them to go to so they can get all those supplies, I think that's a blessing then of the community coming together,
This
because
is
there
a
was
giving
so many
community.
events, and Jonesboro will
It's a
give.
giving community.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do
Jonesboro
that.
will give.
The reason
Yeah.
why is because we've been there, and most of us are Christian people who believe in helping thy neighbor.
Yeah.
Giving
And
back.
This place has more jobs than the average place in Arkansas.
So you have people coming in.
They
So if you got jobs,
jobs,
why you can't buy your school supplies? Then?
they got the money to give. So
It is not that
It's a
easy,
blessing.
Brother Cobb.
I raised 4 kids. I didn't get not one. I went in a handout line one time, and somebody saw me in that line and said, "What you doing in this line? How much money did you make with?" I felt this little, and I never got in anybody else's line again.
Yeah.
I struggled
Yeah.
through and got what I needed.
What I do.
So many times people just want everybody else to do their job when they supposed to do it because we're going to have the poor with us all the time. And the Bible tells us this here.
We
But
got
yet
a
and
call.
still-
Hang on one
But
second.
yet and still, you got to do what you got to do.
Kaylee K. Hello.
Okay, they don't want to talk. But either way it goes, a working person, I know sometimes they need help a little bit, but I might say just give it to the school. I'm not into giving it to any individual because it gets into the wrong hands and blase, blase. And then kids get, like I said, you teaching a child the wrong value. Let's go here, let's go here, let's go here.
some parents
Instead
don't, but
of-
not all.
Not all. I
A lot
I
of
don't
them do
think, I
because,
don't think
like
all
you
of
said,
them.
you went. They was at 7:30 at the park. They was getting away at 11 o'clock. The policemen were doing hamburgers. A lot of them was over there. Then they went over there to. I know the route.
But I'm that. But let me tell you
But
something.
that's
I am that parent that will event
Yeah.
hop for the events, not so much to. And if they happen to get, because think if you honestly like our event, we gave away 3 boxes of crayons, 4 glue sticks, some pencils,
boxes.
and some scissors inside a bag.
Kaylee
That doesn't
K.
cover everything.
What's wrong? They can't get
Hello.
You pushing number 2.
But so I think
It's
the
not
bigger thing
answering.
is just to know you're just meeting the needs and.
Yeah, and those parents feel like they do go hopping from place to place. And that's on their conscience.
Yeah, and a lot of
Yeah.
these events have activities. We had bouncy houses and stuff. Some people come and don't even get events. They just get you having free popcorn and hot dogs.
I think the,
Hang on. Let me try this again. Hello. Thank you for calling Kaylee K on our thoughts on the matter. How can I help you?
I think
not
more
be
what
all
brother,
get it.
I
We're
think
gonna
more what
get
brother Cobb is sitting here trying to point out is there's a difference. Is that you yourself as a parent, you're doing what you can first to take care of your children first. But I think he's more speaking about people that simply go to leech off of the events versus actually taking the responsibility for your own first. I think that's more what he's talking about.
Well, you
Yeah.
can always have people that are going to
don't
abuse everything.
Everything.
It's nothing that people won't abuse.
Yeah.
So
So-
we just
That's correct.
overlook them and move
And-
forward.
and move the bigger
and help
picture.
the ones that really
Mhm.
need it. Make sure, hopefully they're going to get what they get from packing stuff in the bus.
Yeah.
School
So
gonna
brother
do right by
Cobb,
them.
I'll go tell you now. We're going to still have our back to school bash.
And we probably will too.
I'm not trying to stop you.
You just don't think it's the right thing for you to go back.
But that also leads into one of the bigger discussions because what these events do is meet a need, and we're living in a community to where the average household
Kelly K.
is $19,000 into our
Kelly
community.
K.
Kelly K.
I'm getting it in my ear.
Yeah, I'm sure we can revisit that maybe after the break. We can revisit that after the break. But what I was going to the larger point, and the average household income per capita income for this community is $19,000. A family of 4, $24,000. This is per capita. This can be found on U.S. Census.gov American Community Survey. So I think these events speak to the larger effort of just everyone coming together,
Right.
trying to help.
Well, I missed it, but either way it goes.
Well, you
Brother
have
Cobb
to-
saying.
My 2 cents
That's
is
your opinion.
go to work.
Everybody has one.
And I also like to tell a lot of the high school kids, be on your P's and Q's, because I think the first week was last week, 15 students got expelled from school.
Shut
Now,
the
they don't
front
need to
door.
start doing
Really?
that Off the bat.
Expelled?
15 students.
You know, if
Expelled,
I'd been a
suspended,
baby
whichever.
kid, I know what would have happened to me. Man,
Well,
that's
now,
ridiculous.
That's one
15
thing I'm
students.
against, that expelling from school. I don't want to see a student expelled.
Put
can
them to
be
work at
in-house
school.
punishment. They can do in-house punishment.
I
Make
agree.
sure that they
I'm
be
with
there.
Miss Norma there.
And putting them out of school, that's no good.
But I don't, well, maybe suspended then.
Suspended, that's what I'm saying, that's no
Yeah.
good.
Especially the first week. They
No.
haven't even got acclimated.
Oh, they want to
to-
fight and don't want to go to class.
Well,
Well,
you know how
I
we
mean,
solved that
fighting,
They can
problem?
stop that.
Yeah.
You know how we solved that problem in my house? You got so much energy, you want to fight? Well, I got some chores for you to do.
No, I don't believe in that taking them out of sending them home.
15 kids, that's a
No,
lot.
That's
too many.
ridiculous.
That's too many.
Well, that's an interesting topic, and actually one of the initiatives
New
that
principle.
I've been researching and going to present more information about that suspensions for K through second grade. I just, that's one of the issues that I don't agree with, no matter what. 5 to 7 years old, that is the
Who can
time.
control a child.
And then to suspend them 5 days out of school,
That's not
when
good.
they're
I know children that just do that just so they can go home.
It don't matter.
Well, they need
It's the
another
parents' fault.
alternative for it, and keeping them at the school in a learning alternative too.
Yes.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it can be done.
The difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old
Yes,
and
ma'am.
their thinking level, maturity level, of course, is, very different. So the suspensions on that and expulsions on that degree, when they obviously they do what they emulate. And so there are some bad things going on. I just think there are alternatives to suspending, again, 5 through 7-year-olds.
And if the
I just
teachers
don't
and
agree.
the principals and the school board don't know how to solve it, they need to get some people to educate them. In the summertime, when they go to these workshops.
Educate the educators.
Educate the educators.
Well, I think
Yes.
that goes back to one of the topics we were talking about earlier, and I would agree. Those children at that age, probably they still need to be in school. But it goes back to the roles that the teachers are playing. They're raising kids because parents aren't,
Yeah.
and that's a whole different topic of one we touch on all the time is at-home accountability that is not happening.
Yeah.
Well, we about to get off on a break, and we'll talk back at you as soon as we get back.
We
This
asked to
is-
call to the please call back.
Yes.
Our phone was messing up. We got it working now, so call the please call back.
870-277-1080, and also we have a Facebook live stream if you want to add in
You're
your
listening
thoughts.
to our thoughts on
we'll
the
catch you
matter
after
on
the break.
KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Hi, I am Rosie. This is your KLEK Learn Spanish Minute. Today, it's time to practice the verb to be using la as a location.
Okay, so we're gonna do the verb to be using location.
Yes, location of things and location of people.
Location of things and people. Got it.
Yes. If you want to say where is the computer,
Where is the computer?
you have to say ¿Dónde está
¿Dónde está
la computadora?
la computadora?
La computadora
La computadora
está
está
en
en
mi cuarto.
mi cuarto. And that the computer is in
My room.
my room. The computer is in my room.
Yes. I am Rosie, and that was your KLEK Learn Spanish Minute.
Meineke of Jonesboro is now Starks Auto Service, a full-service auto repair and vehicle maintenance center offering engine and transmission repair, brake service, tires, oil changes, and more, performed by ASE certified mechanics. The all-new Starks Auto Service, 2813 South Caraway Road in Jonesboro, 870-204-7112. Starks Auto Service, Jonesboro.com.
The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was established on January 1st, 1977, originally serving Blytheville, Arkansas, and now serving Jonesboro, Blytheville, Osceola, Marion, and West Memphis, Arkansas. Today, the chapter continues to make an impact by focusing on Alpha's national community outreach initiatives such as My Brother's Keeper, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, Go to High School, Go to College, Project Alpha, Boy Scouts, and the March of Dimes. The Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is committed to Alpha's Alpha's mission of developing leaders, promoting brotherhood and academic excellence, while providing service and advocacy to the community. More information about the Mu Omicron Lambda chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is available at MOL Alphas on Facebook or via email at molalphas@gmail.com.
And now back to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Well, thank y'all for listening to KLEK, our thoughts on the matter. We are just returning back from our break. We got our phone squared away. Our phone number is 870-277-1080. We have now Miss Helen Scott, who is a part of our panel. We're going to discuss about the development that was going on at Hag Brown in the Caraway Plaza that has redevelopment. What's y'all's thoughts on the matter?
And just to clarify, that is the old Indian Mall grounds minus the Kroger. It has been repurchased by a company out of Memphis, so that's actually been a news story locally this week. So I just want to see what everybody thinks about it.
And in Kmart, both purchased together.
I was glad to see it because that empty space in there is just a little sore, and it's going to bring more jobs and maybe some stores that some of us may want to shop at.
I'm just thinking about the traffic right there.
It's always been a problem.
So that's the old Sears building. It's I know that property has had a couple of different ideas of redevelopment over the last couple of years, and it was trying to be developed locally. It never occurred. So it looks like a company out of Memphis has purchased the land. So I don't know if we've actually heard what's going to be going in, or if there's been any discussion.
It's going to be a couple of stores.
Yes, and I'm with you. I really am looking forward to stores that caters to different shoppers. We don't all want to walk around looking the same. So right. and affordability goes into that a lot. I don't know about the higher salary makers in Jonesboro, but people who have a lower budget should be able to look just as nice, as those. And we just need better options when it comes to the cultural diversity.
Well, I think in general, like you said, just
I'm
options.
a clearance shopper.
You're what?
I'm a clearance shopper.
We need a whole clearance store.
For my income, I don't pay full value for anything because I know that's
I think the big thing, like you said, we just need more. we just need more options.
Yes.
We don't always need 6 new restaurants, things like that.
Definitely hope it's not another restaurant going on. We don't need another restaurant. Well, I won't say we don't need, but we've got more.
Or a mattress place.
I would like to see outlet stores like they have in Memphis, in
like that,
places like that. Carter's for children, Old Navy.
There's not a large enough footprint there.
No.
Now, Brother Cobbs, I know you were saying the traffic. How far would you personally be willing to drive just to go shop somewhere or eat somewhere?
No, I'm not talking about the traffic,
congestion.
the congestion of the traffic.
Yeah.
I don't shop, so it don't matter.
But how far would you be willing to go? Like if online, that's the difference.
I don't either.
I just, if I want a pair of pants, I just go in there and get it. Boom, I'm going back on. I don't just shop. I don't.
Yeah. But going back to the development, and when you have these developers that do these sites and they're scouting, they go to other places. A lot of that too depends on your market footprint, who's buying what. So if the demand is not there, when it's about the bottom line, it's not so much about we want to present options. Well, are we going to reap the return of the investment to develop? So that plays a lot. So into what they bring.
What to put here.
And then one of the big topics on this was, and when it got discussed, everybody's like, well, I want to see the old Indian Mall come back. Well, if you look at trends across the country, big box malls are not really happening anymore.
Yeah.
Even Turtle Creek, it is a good mall, but it's never been above 75% occupancy ever in its life.
Right.
And I actually spent 7 years working in that mall, so I've seen it firsthand. It's never been above occupancy. So things like outdoor shopping, like the outlet styles, those are becoming more commonplace.
Pop-up boutiques.
Well, because it's easier because you can actually divide off into different smaller shopping
strip malls.
options.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Yeah.
have something humongous, and it's easier to maintain, it's easier to manage, it's easier to fill. And it's easier to build towards the stores that you want to come in.
Yeah.
I can't, and this is not talking about Indian Mall, but we're talking about malls. The mall at Turtle Creek has nowhere really to eat. They got that, well, they put it in a sandwich shop, and I can't believe that they don't even have a McDonald's in there.
I thought you said we don't need nowhere else to eat.
No, we don't. We don't need no. I'm not. I don't even eat out. But people that do, I have my grandkids and a lot of other people that eat out. I don't. I'm not. Never have to eat out. But Turtle Creek, when I go to shop, I might want some water or something. You don't have anywhere. You got 3 or 4. Well, they say for one reason why they're back is the rent is so high on it, the people can't stay in them.
Yeah.
Right.
But you got kids that hang out at malls. They want to eat. They want to drink.
I remember being a teenager hanging out at Indian Mall at the food court and the arcade. And if it wasn't the arcade, it was
The
Gadzooks.
food courts used to be the
That food
staple
court
of
should
malls.
Should be filled with places for people to eat. Because the holidays coming up, you got people coming from all the surrounding towns. And I don't see people with money that can go in there and do that. I don't see why they don't see the demand.
Well, there's 5 restaurants on the footprint of the mall. Why do you need more inside? And you can see a McDonald's from the corner.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're in there, I'm not gonna go if it's raining and snowing. I'm in the mall. I want to eat in the mall. I don't want to have to run over there.
Well, I know what my mama ordered me to do. I'm dropping you off at this mall. I
And that's
better
where you
pick
better
you.
be.
That's where
Yeah.
you better be, because if not, you ain't going back without
Yeah.
me, and you're gonna wish that you wouldn't have done that.
That's just the people where they gather. I mean, if you're at a mall and you see your friends or whatever. When I was a kid, and I'm sure they're still doing the same. They think the same way that I thought. That's what we're going to the mall. Because I took my 2 grandkids just 2 weeks ago to the mall with some more kids, and that's where they were. I said, well, I'll
All
pick you up at
day.
7 o'clock. And I know they want a $1 sandwich or a $1 Coke. They don't want to have to go to a Chinese, whatever restaurants are in there, and have to pay like you're sitting down to eat.
So I guess
And they should have that.
on the topic of the old Indian Mall grounds, does anybody have any suggestions on what they would like to see there? Talking about that actual topic.
I really, I am one of those. I'm like Brother Cos. I'm a unique shopper, anyways. I'm 6 feet tall, so therefore, a lot of, personally, the items that I get are not even around here. They closed my favorite store that sold my pants size. Like I can go in New York and Company, but so for me, it's just it wouldn't bother me. And again, I am a savvy shopper with 4 children, so wherever I can get the biggest bang for my money, and a lot of different places have good sales and stuff around here, I just go. So we have more options, that's fine. If not, I
would
don't
like to
have a
see
particular-
I'd like to see something for the children. Something that's actually affordable. Now, I've taken
Not there. Not there.
Not there?
No way. Not for no children right there in the center of town. No, ma'am.
Well, inside, or
Yeah.
you talking about indoor activity,
Right,
or
yeah, like
recreation?
right.
Traffic getting to it. In and out. 16, 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old driving.
Well,
That
that's
traffic
true.
right there, no. Put it on the outskirts.
Put it on the outskirts.
Or Parker Road somewhere.
Something for amusement for the kids.
Or a museum or something, I could see that too. Brother Cobbs is like, no, bad traffic,
Well,
bad
I would
traffic.
like
Not
to
even
see
another
some
movie theater,
stores.
maybe.
Ooh,
Yeah,
no,
you
Can-
could
can
not
we
at that
get
corner.
one
Now,
of
I would agree with
those,
that one. That
Another
development
one
at that corner.
in town, because
They told the one down that was in town down.
yes, but I think that with the growth of Jonesboro, we can
tried
definitely look
that
forward and look into getting
There's
another
already one
movie theater.
proposed for Northside, about
movie
Hilltop Park.
theater?
Yeah, Hilltop
Yes.
Parkville.
Right by
Well, that's great.
Ridgecrest Nursing Home.
No. It's proposed for Hilltop Farville Curve.
For Hilltop Farville.
That's
movie
right by
theater.
Ridgecrest Nursing.
Right.
Yeah, my sister did a nursing home there.
Okay.
So they
That's
building
been in
one.
talks for
But
years.
what we need to do, Northside Initiative, is
We-
to have one.
We actually have a Facebook shout out. Melissa King said, what about a children's museum or STEM oriented activity center?
I have
Well,
a
in
question.
fairness, we do have that. The ASU Museum is a great museum. I take my children there all of the time. The visitor So they have more visitors probably from, I actually visited there, from the outskirts and schools. Most people just don't wake up on a Saturday and take their children, and they're missing out. They have so many activities. They have revolving exhibits for the children to do. So we do have one, but it's just underutilized at the ASU Museum. It is free.
In Jonesboro,
In Jonesboro, it's at the ASU.
Jonesboro
Then
Nature
we have
Center.
Pearl's Ridge Nature Center as well. So we do have the events and the activities. It's just about, utilizing them, but we actually do have them at no cost.
They got the lady from ASU, as a matter of fact, came on KLEK and talked about that museum.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I was considering, I babysit a 16-month-old, and they even have activities for them. So
Yes, and at the museum, if you're not a person that visits often, or you don't know all the tricks to it, all the little hidden gems in the museum, I was shown some, and it is wonderful.
Yes.
As an adult, I enjoyed learning something I never knew that was a part of the museum. So maybe something like that, but I don't know where you would need to put it.
I think we need to add to
accessible.
Jonesboro skyline. We need like a 6-7 story tall building.
they do, right downtown Jonesboro. Citizens Bank, formerly Citizens Bank.
For everything,
vacant.
what would it contain? Just multiple types of activities, or stores, shopping centers, or
Business on top and stores and stuff on the bottom. I mean,
That'd be it.
Yeah.
They invest in, try to buy that building. They've been working on it, and
It costs too much. The
Asbestos.
renovation alone,
The asbestos has got it sold up.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe
people are
just-
scared
You
to
know,
go on that project.
Brother
That's
Cobbs
another
brought up
that
an
is
interesting subject. We're talking about renters and skylines. Why don't, other places have things of that nature where they build skyscrapers and rent them out in condos? We're looking for affordable housing. That could be an option.
downtown, or just somewhere in Jonesboro?
Well, we were talking about redevelopment right there. And they do have the parking lot.
But that's not a residential. That would probably have to be rezoned. I
It
think
would
that's
have to be
probably all
rezoned
C1,
residential.
all commercial. I think that's all commercial, which is
I'm just talking
safer,
about business and
Multifamily.
stores.
and which is safer for that location.
So I'm saying put the business on top, like at Regions Bank and Simmons Bank, they have business on top
Yeah.
of those. Then the banks at the bottom. You can put stores at the bottom or the first 2 levels, and 10-story building, a lot of business.
Like that one right there on Highland.
But
What is that?
downtown has really
The
been doing a great
2400
job
building.
with that.
Yes, the 2400 building.
With
Mike.
lofts in the buildings. Downtown is really, we won't even recognize downtown probably in the next 5 years. And that whole circle there, I think the DJA and developers there are really trying to be progressive with other communities and larger communities, trying to be more urbanized and still keep, a small town feel. Downtown is really, really growing.
Brad, you're being awful quiet.
You're gonna have
What's your
just a few
thoughts?
people that are going to be able to afford to live down
Yes,
there, though, because
yes.
the rent is so expensive.
There is-
I was looking at these new apartments, just driving back. Of course, I'm a homeowner. I won't be renting.
Which road?
On Kate, is that Kate Street? I think these new ones.
Yes.
One
They had an
bedroom
open
rents
house for
for
those.
$1,000.
Yes.
2 bedroom is $1,500.
That's what the
Are
house
you
across the
talking-
street
Are
from
you
me
talking
rents
K
for.
Street behind Abilities Unlimited?
No, they're back this way. I'm talking about downtown.
She's talking about right by the
Yeah.
municipal building.
Yeah.
Because there's some coming up right behind Abilities Unlimited also, and I know
Okay.
those are kind of.
The price is better, or do you know?
Well, you got to think about it though. Everybody's talking about, we want to see this grow, we want to see this do better, we want to see it cleaned up. Well, if sadly there's a certain median of price point that keeps
And I
certain.
agree with that. I really do
People are
agree.
not.
It's-
people are not gonna-
it's a
you're
sad
gonna have
truth.
You're gonna have a certain look of people that are gonna be there.
It's a sad
and
truth.
that's it. And,
Right.
and that's fine. If that's the way Jonesboro wants their community to be developed and do it. Because like I said, I'll be where I am, but it's other people that may want to live in the downtown area. I can walk. I'm walking distance from it. If I want to go down there, but that rent is going to be to keep people, and it's meant to keep people out. It's no secret. They know what kind of people they want to live downtown.
The other side of that too is those will be filled. Yeah, mark my words.
Well, that's
those
what the
apartments
application
will be
process
filled.
is.
yeah,
That's
they're
where the
gonna be filled.
applications
they're gonna
come
be,
in.
yeah.
Yeah,
And-
you go down there and you see go and see who's gonna be living in them too.
Well, I mean, and I'll just
It won't
pose-
be too many people looking like me.
I'll pose a question for you.
And that's fine.
If you were a builder and a businesswoman and you had the money to invest, are you going to invest your money to not make any money?
Some
No,
people,
Are you?
some
I mean-
people just invest money. They're not trying to make money. They just want to help out financially with whatever the situation is, whether it be homes, whether it be centers, whether it be just an organization. Sometimes it's not about getting something back. It's just about putting something in.
Well, just think about it from a pure
this
business
is
sense.
private-
There's
private
there's a certain thing
They
called
want
return.
they want something
There's a
back.
thing called return on
Yeah, this is the
investment.
re- yeah.
Even your people that are philanthropists,
Oh, they
they're
always
not
want their money
throwing money
back.
without a
I
return
know,
on
it's
investment.
air quotes when you talk
With
about
philanthropy.
philanthropy.
We just went to a workshop.
Okay, sorry. Well, I mean, let me rephrase
Yes.
that. If you have the money to put out there, are you going to put your money out, even if you have the goodwill for zero return on investment? Are you going to put your money out there for zero return on investment on anything?
You talking to me, and yes, I have, I do, and I will. It's about something other than just
Well, I get
yourself.
that.
So you
I
may
get
want to
that,
ask
but
Brother Kyles
you will
about
not
that.
see growth
Yes.
when there's no return.
Yes.
I agree. And working in the nonprofit world every day, no one ever gives without an expectation.
Exactly.
That doesn't
That's
have
all
to be
I'm saying.
monetarily.
Exactly.
It's in service. So if you have funding
Or tax
agencies
write-off.
that give to
That's
you know
another one.
nonprofits, the return is the service. What's the impact? And that is a return. It's not
Right.
financial, but it's a social return. So basically, everything you do, everyone's intentional about what they do. Going back to the conversation about the development in downtown, I don't necessarily agree that it's to keep people out, but there's a certain upkeep that you need for the sustainability.
And
Right.
also,
And
we
it-
don't
and
know.
so-
We don't know if these these condos or whatever was, mortgaged upon in order to reestablish, to reconstruct. So not only do you try to meet what your mortgage payment is, you try to figure your taxes, your insurance, because even though you do own that building, you still got to pay insurance on it against your renters. So in order to do that, you have got to figure out how much the mortgage is, how much the insurance is, how much the taxes is, and then you consider getting profit, and that's where you set your bar high and then work your way low.
It's
and
not going
that's
to be
when
$300.
Right.
Right.
I guess, again, my
Don't get me wrong. I like the way downtown. I grew up walking. That was my mall, Main Street, when I was a kid.
sorry, Ms. Farrell, go ahead.
But I was just saying, it looks good and it's being developed, but it's being developed for a certain, I don't know, I'm gonna say a certain kind of people, whether they're black, white, Chinese, or whatever.
money,
But
money.
It's socio-demographics.
Yes.
If you
They
can
can
afford
live
it, you
down
can
there.
stay down there.
Yeah,
And that's for
yeah.
anybody. If you
Yeah.
can afford
If
it,
you
want to
can
pay
afford it, you can stay down there,
$1,200,
yeah.
Right.
go ahead.
And I guess my underlying point of that is we were talking about, Caraway Road and the old Indian Mall, then we delved into downtown, is your business developers aren't going to develop to break even. That's my point.
Can we have something developed out of the old Indian Mall, something kind of like a country club, but not a country club? Because I've been in a couple of those. Those are nice, but not everyone
Is accepted.
is accepted, and that's
That's
just
right.
all
And that's
around,
why
national, internationally.
And I will
understood.
throw it out there. They can get mad all they want, but that's one of the reasons why I've got the money. I can afford to go, but I will not go because it's not for everybody.
Something that has really nice amenities, something that's open, and something that just carries a good positive vibe with it, no matter where it's located. We have a couple, but it's not a place where you just feel like you can just go and take your whole family and have an outing.
I mean,
Yeah.
that would
A
be a
safe
nice
outing.
change, yeah.
It would be definitely be a nice change. I think one of the things though too, it comes in, which is a larger conversation, that when people develop, that should they develop based on kind of a social request of people, or is it the responsibility where if you want something like that, to galvanize the people that are interested in that type of development and then pursue that?
But most time when they develop in a lot of places, the people who they already have quote unquote in mind, they hit these breaks and everything when they develop it. If you go into a personal aspect, where's the breaks coming from? You go to a store and you give them breaks for operating that store in your mall or in your area, and you get a kickback. But when you start putting in personal things and stuff like that, you don't get a kickback. Like you said, everybody's in it to make money.
I mean,
Money, money, money.
And that
It's
should
development.
be,
Yeah,
to an
it's
extent. Yeah, I mean that's just a part of anything. You know, you want to return.
yeah. But so we shall see.
Yeah, I hope they have
Not
some
my money.
good stores in there, make people have somewhere to shop again.
I don't know what kind of store what happened to Hayes. I mean, it seemed like it was right across from it, and
They did what they call
Overpricing. That's what happened to Hayes.
Overpricing.
I
Yes.
never went in the store.
The
Yes.
inventory was always way too much. Overpricing. I will tell you that. I tried to patronize this store, and I left.
That's what people say.
Well, I'm not gonna pay $89 for. I'm not gonna pay $89 for a shirt. So, anyways, we're about to go on break. Hit us up on Facebook or call in. We got our phone lines fixed now. Our number is 870-277-1080. And thank you for tuning in to our show, Our Thoughts on the Matter, on KLEK 102.5 FM.
You're listening to Our Thoughts on the Matter on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
E. coli has been found in the nation's spinach supply. Salmonella has been found in fresh tomatoes. Eating healthy has suddenly become more challenging, but there are steps you can take to protect yourself and your family against foodborne illnesses. Here's advice from the FDA. When buying fresh produce, avoid bruised, damaged, or discolored items. Make sure that cut fruits like half a watermelon or bagged salad mix are on ice or refrigerated at the time of purchase. Wash all produce under running water and refrigerate immediately. Never store fresh produce with raw meat or fish. Insist on separate bags for each food item at the supermarket. Use separate utensils for different food types. Wash them in hot, soapy water. Common sense precautions will keep you safe. I'm Alexis Comer for Black Health Now.
Black Health Now.
Black Health Now is made possible by CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated. Counseling individuals and groups of all ages. 1-866-972-1268. LSCIHelp.com.
Black Health Now is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Blues Live for 5, Part 2 at Legends Barbecue Smokehouse. Only $5 admission. Saturday, August 19th, 7 o'clock p.m. Featuring from Dallas, Texas, Lerone Powers.
What's the name of that thing you told me last night?
Lerone Powers.
And is the mother, but don't you get caught. You're gonna have to pay the cost.
Performing all of his hits.
Ain't nothing but a party. Jumping like a hole in the wall.
Lerone Powers. Don't miss it. Blues Live for 5 at Legends Barbecue Smokehouse. Saturday, August 19th, 7 o'clock p.m. Only $5 admission. This event is a KLEK fundraiser.
The McDaniel Law Firm, 400 South Main Street in Jonesboro, is a firm believer in justice and equality for the minority community. The McDaniel Law Firm has fought for our rights for over 44 years. The McDaniel Law Firm offers legal help for wrongful death as well as trucking and automobile accidents. Bobby and Brett McDaniel are available for a free consultation at 870-336-4747 or at www.mcdaniellawyers.com.
Danny Ford, owner of Glen Sain Motors in Paragould, strongly believes in the values of family and hard work with a commitment to the men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces who keep America free, providing sales and servicing of Chevys, GMCs, Buicks, and Cadillacs, located at 6345 Highway 49 in Paragould, 870-565-4358. Details at glensainparagould.com and at klekfm.org. God bless our troops.
Check out the Dorinda Clark Cole Radio Show every Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. Listen as Dorinda plays the very best in contemporary gospel music and interviews all of your favorite gospel artists. The Dorinda Clark Cole Radio Show every Sunday at 4 p.m. on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Support for KLEK is brought to you by
Fullness of Joy Ministries, 2120 Thorn Street, Jonesboro, under the direction of Bishop Adrian Rogers and co-pastor Susan Rogers. www.fjministries.org.
And now back to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Well, thank you for listening to our show, Our Thoughts on the Matter. We're just coming back from our break. We've had a couple of interesting discussions while we were on break. Again, if you want to chime in on our thoughts on the matter and include your thoughts on what we're talking about, our number is 1-870-277-1080. And again, you can also say, hey, what's up, or interact with us on our Facebook live stream. And we got a phone call. Good morning, Miss Quabella. How are you?
Hey, okay, I'm going to try this one more time.
I'm sorry, honey. We've been having problems.
Okay, well, anyway, I just want to go, I know y'all talked about quite a few things. I just want to go all the way back to the school supply topic. I did post a message on the stream, but anyway.
Turn your phone down. Turn your radio down.
Well, okay. Is that better? I was listening on my tablet. Okay. Long story short, you all were talking about the cost of supplies and distribution and things of that nature. My one suggestion, and this is coming from, I guess, a non-profit point of view, is the different organizations to come together and possibly adopt a school and then get lists of ages or how many children per grade or whatever, however they want to do it. And then just collect the supplies and donate directly to the school, and let the teachers be responsible for distributing versus the parents spending X amount of dollars trying to go around town and collect supplies. People wanted the different setups and then abusing the system. That's just my one suggestion.
I agree with you.
So if you didn't understand, I think what Ms. Quabella is saying is that can the schools and the nonprofit organizations come together and actually try to target those that are truly in need versus the system being abused? I think that's what I understood.
I think that's the way they do it.
A lot of them do it that way. I know many nonprofits and businesses who donate directly to the school. I would say, as a person who sponsors these events for kids, I belong to a church. A part of that is meeting the need, but it's also ministry and direct contact for churches when you're trying to reach people that do not go to church, or just to have that community affiliation. That's also the bigger part of these events. I think all of it happens.
I think and I'm going to try to paraphrase what Quabella was saying, was that instead of doing the big mass, everybody show up and just throw their hands into the bucket, so to speak, I think what she is saying is people and organizations definitely donate towards the needs of the school children, and then let the teachers and the administration target those that truly need it versus.
But they do that. They do. That's what they do.
And again, we were talking about the get-togethers, but we were speaking about earlier, and people going from group to group to group to group to group and kind of abusing it. And I think that she was saying to keep from it being abused and it truly going to those that target and that need it.
I think that's so trivial, though. I think no, seriously. I think you miss the bigger picture, though. Of a lot of these things are just really just to give back and to have some good times. the need is met, because if you go to these schools, my daughters go to Fox Meadow, they do have supply closets. It used to be to where you have to buy a lot 25 cents for a fold. Do y'all remember that? We used to have to do that. That is not the case anymore, to where these teachers have these extra supplies, and they'll give it to them because of the donations of corporations and stuff. And I was about to say, at the end of the day, if you start looking at who's taking more than the bigger picture of, like I said, the community coming together, having some good times, laughs, and stuff, I just, like I said, I know we'll continue to give out as we were.
Okay, can you do that, getting together and all that, back to school Saturday or whatsoever, without the school supplies? Take the money and go to donate it to the school, that the school supply have the locker or whatever, and every child, you don't have to buy school supplies. If these big corporations donate the money, and our taxes supposed to help with the money, then you go to the school, you get what you want. Wouldn't that be
But
better?
all of that happens. Like, it's not exclusive. Like, there are schools that receive donations from organizations, and then there are events that happen simultaneously, given directly to the students. Like I said, for us, we're a church. It's multifaceted of why we do it. It's ministry.
But what I'm saying, if we don't give the supplies out, we still can get minister and have back to school. Everybody coming
But
back
that's
to
the
school.
way of getting people to come.
Bounce and all this.
That's the way of getting people to come.
Is that a gimmick?
I just
a gimmick of ministry.
Is that a gimmick? You said that's the way to get people to come.
Was it a gimmick when no,
Gimmick?
Jesus fed 5,000 people, then he ministered. It's not a gimmick. You meet that's ministry. You meet the need first, and then you're able.
But you're already putting it out. School supplies. Come back and get your school supplies. That's already advertising. You getting school supplies. You're not giving. You didn't say come meet Jesus and get school supplies. No, you come get school supplies, and then maybe we can talk about Jesus after.
Does that all need to be on the flyer?
If it's coming from church should be in there somewhere.
There was one church.
Never coming back.
I was about to say, you realize that too, and that's okay, because as long as they know that our ministry is there, if you have a need, that's okay.
You don't ever see those people again.
And that's okay too, right?
So there was a church they did. You have to do the sermon. You had to go to the sermon before they issued out the backpacks, and I didn't mind because I always can take a little bit more Jesus.
That's right. We all need some more Jesus, in my opinion.
You have those that they feel like I just want my backpack and go. It's on both sides. You have to work with each other on both sides. The give and the take up when you want to get something. But if you just like here's a backpack and just have the backpack, then you could do that too. It's to each their own, however they want to get it done. As long as these kids get adequate supplies.
Donate my money, we through with it.
I don't know I don't know how I feel as a parent having to go get it. What is it? Tikaranda? Somebody help me. Tikaranda, the pencil, the special pencil. It costs like $5.
Oh, the schools you purchase the pencils at the schools so they can.
Well, I think that was maybe the point of what
brand.
she was saying is, if we can actually focus on those that truly are in need, maybe you don't have to go buy all that extra stuff, and it can truly help those people that need
to my
it.
school supply
And I think that's, that was kind of
buying
maybe
out
the
of
point
my
of the conversation.
Oh no, I get what you're saying, but then, like I said, what's the bigger picture? Meeting the need, or because honestly, it's not abuse to us if we give out 50 backpacks full of supplies and we only get 2 people to come back to our church or something like that. It's not abuse.
It's given from the heart.
We're giving, and it's no strings attached. It's just,
I think that was on the movie. It was see a need, feel a need.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
People are just doing it. This community is giving, and they do it.
I don't think
anybody's
negating the charity that is going out.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is saying that whatsoever. I think she just simply said, can we truly help those that truly need it?
Who's to say we're not? I think it's hypothetical.
Nobody's saying you're not.
Unless you fill out a financial statistic, you will not know.
Well, where are those that you can find out which kids need to have the fines paid off of the lunch, and then you go and then you can pay them off. Maybe
I guarantee you
like
ask your
that
teachers and your
school.
administrators, and they know who needs it.
Miss Helen brings up a good thought, and I have done that in the past. And sometimes parents don't want to ask for help. Sometimes kids don't have lunch money. Well, I have gone to the school and say, hey, give me a list.
lunch. Trust me.
Yes. Amen. I understand. I've got 3 kids.
Well, they remedied that, didn't they? With everyone getting
That's
free lunch. Yeah.
That's at Jonesboro, though.
Nettleton, they're trying to do that. And my children are Nettleton.
Thank you for turning in to our show. Any final thoughts? We got a minute left.
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you.
Shout out to my son in Fort Worth. Happy birthday, Corey.
Yes.
Today is my daughter will be attending, my oldest daughter, Taylor, will be attending her first junior high dance.
Aw, back to
Yes,
school.
I'm very emotional at Nettleton. So fun times tonight. Y'all pray for her father. He's not doing too well.
Well, also, watch out Monday. Make sure you do not look into the sun without having some NASA-approved solar glasses.
Where would you get those from?
Good luck.
Walmart and Lowe's. The schools have already given them to the kids. Well, you can buy them for $1. But
well,
at the schools. Now, I don't know how much they cost at Walmart and Lowe's, which I've heard they've had them.
Well, thank you for tuning in to our show, Our Thoughts on the Matter on KLEK 102.5 FM. Y'all have a blessed and happy finished weekend and happy Monday.